Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Hobo here today, and WrestleMania 33 is upon us tomorrow from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. WrestleMania 33, I'm super excited, and guys, today we're going to be running through my predictions for every single one of the 13 freaking matches on the 5 or 6 hour show. It's going to be incredible. The pre-show starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be watching that thing from 5 p.m. to 11:15 when it goes off, or whatever the hell is going to go on. The Hall of Fame was last night. Excellent. Congratulations to everyone who went in and was inducted, especially Kurt Angle. That was a hell of a induction speech. And also, good luck to everybody tonight. Performing at NXT TakeOver Orlando. I will not be doing a review or a prediction video for that. Maybe I will do a review. I'm probably going to try to get back into these review videos for wrestling because I just feel like I want to do it. So I'm probably going to get back into doing it. I haven't done these regularly since November, so I'm going to try to get these back out for you guys. So let's get this thing started. WrestleMania 33, the ultimate thrill ride, kicks off on the pre-show with Neville facing Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight Championship. This is going to be one hell of a match, and if they give these guys a decent amount of time, they could tear the whole freaking house down and really leave a whole lot to be desired from the rest of the card, because everybody else is going to have to try to top that. It's going to be really hard to do it. But all in all, I feel like Neville and Austin Aries are probably going to have maybe the third best match on the entire card. And with that being said, my prediction for this match, I know Neville is so hot, and he's knocking his heel gimmick out of the park. But Austin Aries, I think, needs to become the Cruiserweight Champion this Sunday at WrestleMania. I know that contradicts a lot of people's thought process about Neville, seeing as he has not had his WrestleMania moment yet. He got robbed out of it last year due to his ankle injury. But I think Austin Aries needs this win. He can freshen up the division a little bit more, and you can have Neville challenge him next month. Whatever you want to do, I don't care. But let Austin Aries win the Cruiserweight Championship this Sunday at WrestleMania. That's what I feel is going to happen. So next up, we got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The third annual now? It's incredible. So let me just run through all of the known competitors thus far. And let's start with the SmackDown Live competitors. We've got Mojo Rawley, Apollo Crews, Kurt Hawkins, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, Dolph Ziggler, Rhino, Heath Slater, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, Connor, Victor, Kalisto, Aiden English, and Simon Gotch. And then from Raw, we have Big Show, Braun Strowman, Goldust, R-Truth, Primo, Epico, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, Jinder Mahal, Sami Zayn, Sin Cara, Titus O'Neil, and Mark Henry. And we have an NXT entrant, Tian Bing. Don't know much about this guy. I do know, however, that he was he was signed to the WWE fairly recently. I just don't know much about him, but I'm kind of excited to figure this out, who this individual is, and it's going to be cool to see them in the Battle Royal. Now, they're going to have that same Hideo Itami role that Itami had 2 years ago, and the Baron Corbin role from last year, even though Baron Corbin won, and I do not expect Tian Bing to win this year. My prediction, though, for the Battle Royal is that Braun Strowman wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And this is going to lead to him just wrecking everybody on the roster. Frankly, he needs to get this big win in the Battle Royal so he can be set up for bigger things, like a possible program with Universal Champion Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Who knows? But that's just one of the many scenarios that can happen. And obviously anybody can win this match, but I feel like Braun Strowman is the best possible candidate, and he is my pick. Next up, when we get onto the main show, we will just start here with the six-pack challenge for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss defending her title against Becky Lynch, Natalya, Mickie James, Carmella, and the returning Naomi, who they spoiled it last week, will be in the match. So I think this match can go any number of ways realistically. My heart says Alexa Bliss should retain, but my brain tells me that Naomi is going to walk out of this thing the new women's champion. Solely because it's just they need the feel-good moment at WrestleMania. She's in her own hometown, even though WWE and their track record with superstars in their own hometowns is absolutely awful. But, I mean, I guess if they want to ruin Alexa Bliss's title reign... Alright, let me just preface this by saying I hate Naomi. I feel like she's one of the worst women's wrestlers that I've ever seen. And I know that that's going to garner a lot of hate. I don't care, but that's how I feel. So, you want to ruin Alexa Bliss's title reign, put the thing back on Naomi, go for it. That's my pick. She's my pick to win, as much as it makes me upset. So, Naomi, I think she's going to get the win and beat every single one of these women and win the SmackDown Women's Championship. Next up, let's go to the triple threat ladder match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Club, defend against Enzo Amore and Big Cass, and Cesaro and Sheamus. Sheamus just got busted open pretty bad over his right eye. That is gruesome, but it's cool. It looks cool, but he's going to be working a little bit safe this Sunday because of that, probably. Even though Sheamus likes to hit hard, and he's a big fella, so I don't know. But this match is interesting. Cesaro and Sheamus don't need the belts. They don't need to become the tag team champions again. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson definitely deserve to be the reigning champions going into the spring and summer. However, I think that just because it's WrestleMania and they want to give these guys a big moment, they're going to put the belts on Enzo and Cass. And that's my prediction to win this match. Enzo and Cass, I think, are going to walk in and maybe through some shenanigans. Maybe not like outside interference type shenanigans, but that could happen. Watch out for the revival. But Enzo and Cass, I think, will be able to win. I think Enzo will sneak up the ladder and pull the damn belts down and pick up the win in the match. All right, next up, we got Dean Ambrose defending his WWE Intercontinental Championship against Baron Corbin. This match has had a particularly mediocre build thus far, aside from the attempted murder, but I think that these guys have a really good opportunity to be one of the best matches on the entire card in terms of in-ring quality. Dean Ambrose is really good. Baron Corbin's coming into his own. I feel like he's going to be one of the biggest stars of this year by the time we talk about WrestleMania next, for WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans next year. But Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose could have the possibility to have a show stealer. And Dean Ambrose got really screwed over last year, having to be stuck in that match with Brock Lesnar, and Lesnar didn't even want to work with him. But Corbin won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, so after this match, he will no longer be the reigning Andre Memorial Battle Royal winner. So, Baron Corbin, he looked really good in the Elimination Chamber. And I think that just because, like I said earlier, he's in a position to become one of the biggest stars of the company, he will win the Intercontinental Championship against Dean Ambrose. And that's going to be a common theme. We're going to see a lot of title switch hands. I think pretty much every single championship, at least for me and my prediction, is going to change hands. That's very wild, but it's a possibility. So Baron Corbin over Dean Ambrose. John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice in a mixed tag team match. This match has had the hottest build of any match on SmackDown. No matter what you say, the promo that John Cena cut last week on The Miz and Maurice was absolutely amazing. And the Total Bellas BS segments that The Miz and Maurice aired were fantastic. I cannot get over how good this feud has been, and it's such a refresher to see John Cena working in the mid-card with a guy like The Miz. He did it 2 years ago with Rusev in a really good match for the U.S. Championship. Of course, Cena wins, LOL. But John Cena and Nikki Bella are both taking time off after WrestleMania, which leads the general individual with a brain in their head to think that The Miz and Maurice need this win. But you could still, now this is a big maybe, but maybe you could still have The Miz and Maurice win and then have John Cena propose to Nikki Bella at the end of it, at the end of the match. Maybe John Cena will propose to Nikki Bella. Who knows? Probably not. I mean, I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. But for all I know, The Miz and Maurice are going to win this mixed tag team match because The Miz and Maurice just got verbally annihilated last week, and they need some form of comeuppance against John Cena and Nikki Bella, and it will not come if they lose. So I'm picking The Miz and Maurice in this match. Next up, we got Chris Jericho defending the WWE United States Championship against his former best friend, Kevin Owens. This feud has had a phenomenal build ever since last summer. This has been going on since, August of last year up until now. And these guys, they were best friends all the way up until, 2 weeks or the week before? I think it was 2 weeks before Fastlane and during the Festival of Friendship when Jericho got destroyed by Kevin Owens, and probably the best segment we've seen on Raw in many a year. This is going to be a really good match. Jericho, he's Chris Jericho, and Kevin Owens is Kevin Owens. So what do you expect? These guys are going to have a phenomenal match. No pun intended to the great AJ Styles, but these guys, they're going to go out there. They're going to tear the house down. Kevin Owens will win the United States Championship, though. This is not overdue because he's already been the United States champion. But it's going to be nice to see Kevin Owens kind of phase Chris Jericho out because Jericho's going to go do Fozzy or whatever Jericho does. And maybe this is Jericho's last match. Maybe it's his last run. Who knows? I certainly hope not. But Kevin Owens, he will benefit so much in the long term from beating Chris Jericho and winning the United States Championship that it pretty much has to happen. So that's an exciting thing to look forward to going into the summer. Kevin Owens, the United States Champion. Next up, we're going to focus on the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. This is another match. Let's talk about the competitors first. Bayley defending against Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax. That would have been nice to get out before I started talking. But, I just hit the mic. But this is going to be one of the weirder matches due to the fact that it's had such a lackluster build. But I feel like also a lot of people aren't going to be used to seeing this match in an elimination style. So I think a lot of people in the crowd, at least, are going to be taken aback a little bit. I think as soon as this match gets down to the final two, though, the crowd will start picking up. But definitely the order of elimination I see is Nia Jax gets eliminated first, then Charlotte, leaving it down to Sasha Banks and Bayley, and then Sasha Banks will turn heel, beat Bayley with the Banks statement, and become the new Raw Women's Champion. Yeah, so this is just a real weird match, but it's going to be good, I think. And as long as Sasha Banks wins, I think that's the right outcome. Next up, we got Shane McMahon facing AJ Styles in a regular match. No gimmicks applied. Talk about a match that really doesn't need to happen. AJ deserves a lot better, but we all take too much credit away from Shane McMahon as an in-ring performer. He had a classic match with Kurt Angle. His match with The Undertaker last year at WrestleMania, while it wasn't the best in-ring match, it provided a huge moment. Shane McMahon is a man of moments, and that's what him and AJ Styles are going to create tomorrow. They're going to create moments, and that's why this match is going to be so important, and especially if it means AJ getting moved to Raw or him being put back in the title picture at some point on SmackDown. Either way you look at it, as long as AJ Styles wins this match, we're going to be in good hands. However, if Shane wins, there will be a riot in Orlando, and I would hate to be whoever the governor of Florida is, because he would have a tough time quelling the amount of damage done in Orlando. But AJ definitely deserves to win this match, especially with the build. The build's been fantastic, and I know Shane's been getting his ass handed to him, getting thrown through a car window. But Shane did also drop the big elbow to AJ through the table. So I think, hold on, just because the big elbow spot was given away on SmackDown, I think that they're going to try to one-up themselves. There's a huge ring on top of the freaking, top of the canopy this year. I don't know if that's even safe or not for Shane to jump off that thing, but who knows? There's a huge set, absolutely monumentally massive, with a goddamn roller coaster, a giant globe with the words WrestleMania on it, and a stage that literally goes on. The ramp, goes on where the seats are. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you guys need to see this damn thing for yourselves. It is ridiculous looking, but it's also fantastic. But yeah, as long as Shane jumps off something really cool, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, I got AJ Styles beating Shane McMahon in this match because that is the only proper outcome. Next, we got Seth Rollins versus Triple H in a non-sanctioned match. This is going to be huge for Seth Rollins if he wins against Triple H, which, again, just like with the AJ and Shane match, is the only real outcome. Let's be honest. Triple H doesn't need to win this match. I don't even think that he would want to win this match. This is a Seth Rollins showcase all the way. Sure, he's working with the hurt knee. That's why they threw the non-sanctioned gimmick on there. But that's gonna make this match even that much more better. Was that the right phrase? I don't know. But that's gonna make this match even more good. I did it again. But that's gonna make this match great because of the gimmick instilled in it. Because if you had just an injured Rollins and a regular Triple H fighting in a normal one-on-one match, then you have that immediate hindrance of Rollins' leg. But now you have the ability for Rollins to use weapons to make up for the fact that he doesn't have his normal arsenal of moves around him. And that's what's going to be the difference in this match. I got Seth Rollins beating Triple H, and I'm sure each and every one of you have it as well. Next, The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. This match, I'm not even going to try to spend a lot of time on it, but this is going to be the passing of the torch, I fear. And I got Roman Reigns beating The Undertaker and becoming the big dog, the only dog, the rough, suffering, succotash dog. So Roman over The Undertaker. It's going to be a really crushing moment. And if that match goes on near the main event, the performer's going to have a lot of ground to recover in terms of getting the fans back engaged in the match. But yeah, Roman and Undertaker is going to deflate the whole building if Roman wins. However, if Roman turns heel, you're going to flip the crowd again. And the crowd's going to be hot. They're going to be into everything from that moment on with frivolous... Is that the right... I don't even know. With furious intention, they will be watching these matches. So yes, if Roman wins and turns heel, good. If Roman wins and doesn't turn heel, oh my God. If Undertaker wins, yeah, that's all right. All right, next up, we have Bray Wyatt defending the WWE Championship against Royal Rumble winner Randy Orton. Now, this match, I've kind of struggled to figure out where I want to put my allegiance and where or who I want to predict to win this match, because obviously Bray is the deserving champion who just got the championship at the Elimination Chamber. And he's not even given a chance to show what he's got, as the champion. Randy Orton's been the champ before. He's been in this spot before. Does he need this necessarily? Not really. But he did win the Royal Rumble. So traditionally, I think the Royal Rumble winners have I think they have a winning percentage in the main event of WrestleMania over guys who are the defending champion. But Randy Orton does not need to win this match. I've got Bray Wyatt retaining with no outside interference at all, none from Luke Harper or whoever may interfere. I think that Bray Wyatt will just win in a straight-up way against Randy Orton, because that's going to be huge for Bray's career if he does, and it's going to be an extremely tough thing to have to deal with if Bray loses another WrestleMania match. And next up, we've got the main event. Goldberg defending his WWE Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar. Now, this match is fairly obvious to all of you who read the dirt sheets, who are on the internet, and read all the spoilers or what have you, whatever you want to call them. This is going to be a competitive match. Shouldn't go very long, that's for damn sure. Goldberg really doesn't need to win unless he's sticking around, and I don't think he is. Brock is going to be here through the summer and into next WrestleMania, so Brock's going to beat Goldberg, Brock's going to go to SummerSlam and possibly fight Braun Strowman, or maybe Finn Balor or someone along those lines. Who the hell knows at this point? But Brock Lesnar has to win this match against Goldberg. But Goldberg just took his first bump in what? 4, 3, 13, 12 years? Something like that. Tried to do the math in my head, but I couldn't do it. I was really not trying to make myself have to cut a lot of audio out for thinking, even though that should be simple math. But I didn't feel like doing it, so now I won't. But yeah, that's Goldberg's first bump in a long time, and when he took that F5 on Raw. So Goldberg, I don't know the kind of shape his body is in, you know. He might not be of the best shape. He might not be in the best shape to be able to go out there and have a 10-minute match with Brock Lesnar. It's going to be, I think, anywhere from 5 minutes upward, probably with a cap of 10. I don't think this match exceeds 10 minutes, and especially if it's in the main event, oh my. This is going to stink the house out, and you've got all the possibility in the world of the fans turning on it the way they did back at WrestleMania 20. So, as far as I'm concerned, wow, that made the math really simple now that I think about it. WrestleMania 20, WrestleMania 33, that's 13 years. Okay. But yeah, now when you look at it, Goldberg, I don't think he can work a good enough match. Brock Lesnar, we all know how good Brock is when he's put in there with a capable opponent like Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, or CM Punk at SummerSlam, or even Triple H when he fought Triple H. John Cena, I think him and Brock had a good match at Extreme Rules. But when Brock's in there with a good opponent who's dedicated to the match, they can have a good match. But we just don't know with Goldberg, because his only 2 matches since being back have been squash matches. And in the Royal Rumble, all we saw was just a showcase of his offense, and then he got dumped out. And that was it. So, yeah, Brock needs to win this match. He's going to become the Universal Champion, carry it through the spring and summer, maybe into WrestleMania next year. I have no idea. I don't think it should happen, because if another Raw house show rolls into town, I want to see the damn Universal Championship be defended. I don't want to see it, because that was the problem with the last time they came here just recently. Goldberg is the Universal Champ. Wait, was he? No, Goldberg was not the Universal Champion, so yeah, it was Kevin Owens as the Universal Champ. But he didn't defend the belt. That's the problem. He didn't defend the championship. He just got speared through a table by Roman Reigns, and that's a no-no. So, yeah, I wanted to see at a house show the Universal title get defended. I know Kevin Owens did, but with Goldberg having it, you didn't see that. With Brock having it, you're not going to see that. When Brock was a WWE champion, you didn't see that. And that's terrible. I think that's bad for business. However, like many people claim, house shows aren't sold on names alone. They're sold on the brand WWE. So, you know, take that as you will. However, all I'm saying right now is that is WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited for the event tomorrow. It's going to be probably the best WrestleMania you never cared about. It's probably going to be the best WrestleMania in a long time. Definitely the best WrestleMania in the past 2 years. Yeah, but just looking up and down at this card, people say this card is weak. People say this card isn't very good. This card is stacked to the brim. There is not a single match that I think I could miss on this card, especially not on the main show. I mean, on the pre-show, sure, you might be able to sit through. You might be able to skip about 2 or 3 minutes of the Andre Battle Royal, but other than that, everything seems like it is must-see. So I think that's a good sign for WrestleMania, and I think that's a good sign for the future, the immediate future of Raw and SmackDown. And that's going to do it for me, guys. Those are my predictions for WrestleMania 33. Hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a comment down below. And let me know what you guys think about all these matches, who you think is going to win. And let me know what you guys have as the plans for the future. Tell me what you guys think is going to main event SummerSlam come August. And yeah, that's going to do it for me, YaBoyHobo. And I will catch you guys in the next video.